over chart 11. So O says and shovel. Could you repeat after me? Let's do that like that today.
Okay.
All right, so I'll say it first and then you say it after me. O says and shovel.
O says
A says in banana.
A says banana.
Good. C says in city.
C says in city.
AU says in faucet. Good. AW says in saw. Good. EA says in leaf. EA, good. EA says in thread. EA says A in steak. IE says E in brownie. EY says E in key. EY says A in obey. Good. CH says I'm sorry, I skipped one. PH says in phone. Good. CH says in chorus. Good. OUGHT says ought in thoughts. AUGHT says ought in caught. Almost done. G says j in giant. And DGE says j in fudge. Awesome. All right, so let's do our last four sounds on chart 11. Okay, so let's start with OUGHT ought and AUGHT ought. So these sounds are usually easier to identify because they're so long and they take up majority of the word. So OUGHT, AUGHT, and they both say ought. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the first word. Can anyone tell me what's the sound in this word right here? Okay, Solomon, what's the sound? OUGHT, ought. What's the word? Bought. Good. Next one. Could anyone tell me the sound in this word? Evan? AUGHT. And? Good. And ER. What's the word? Daughter. Next. What's the sound in this word here? Josiah?
OU.
What's the whole thing? It's the sound we're learning today. OUGHT. Okay, what's the word? Fought. And then the very last one. Would anyone like to tell me the sound in this one here? Okay, go ahead, Hannah.
AUGHT ought.
Yes, AUGHT ought, and the word is caught. Good. Okay, so let's do our last two, which are G that says J and DGE that says J. So you remember when I we learned C, we know that C can say two sounds. It can say k and it can say s. G is the same way. Usually whenever we do our alphabet sounds, G will say g, but in this case, this G will say j. It's making like the J sound, j. Whenever a G is by an E, an I, or a Y, that is when we use the j sound, okay? So when your G is by an E, I, or Y, you will say j. So we have some examples here to look at. So look at the first word. We have our G here, and it's by an E. So we know that G is going to say j. Does anyone know this word right here? Somebody said it. Germ. The word is germ. This G says j. Okay, let's look at it again. I have another G here, and it's going to say j because it's by an E. Who knows this word? You can say it if you know it. Page. Page, like turn the page. Next, we have another G that says j, and it's by another E, so it says j. Long. Good. Cage. So germ, page, cage. All of these sounds have the G that says j because they are by an E, I, or Y, okay? All right, let's move on to the next sound that also says j, which is D, G, E. So D, G, E will usually be at the end of a word most of the time. And it's always going to have a sharp vowel in front of it, always, okay? So let's look at this one here. So I have PL that says pull, and then DGE that says j. Does anyone know the word? Pledge. Good. Next I have BR that says brr, I that says I, and DGE that says j. What's the word? Bridge. Next I have DGE that says j, sharp vowel A, badge. That's a sharp vowel A, badge. Good. So pledge, bridge, badge. So those were sounds G that says j and DGE that also says j. So that's our last four sounds off of chart 11. So we are finished with chart 11. We are now moving on to chart 12, which will be on Monday. So we are getting right along. So I hope you remember all of the sounds that we've been covering. Okay, so remember syllables. If you don't remember, I'm going to explain. Syllables means parts of a word. So it's how many parts you hear inside of a word. So I give you a word and you clap as you say the word to figure out how many syllables are inside of the word. Does anyone remember that?
I remember that.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'll give you some words and I want you to clap say the word and clap to figure out how many syllables. So the first word is sunshine. How many syllables in sunshine? 2. Sunshine. What about elevator?
Elevator.
4. It's 4. Just show me the number, okay? Show me the number on your fingers. 4. Next one, small.
Small.
1. Good job. It's only 1. Next, animal. 3. Yep, only 3. Next, swimming. 2. And this one, elementary. No, and that's why I said to show your fingers instead of just shouting answers. Not 4, try again. It's 5, elementary. 5. 5 syllables, good job. Awesome. Okay, so good. So that's it for our phonics lesson today. You will do your workbook page after our lesson today, which is page 103.